Ahsoka is coming out very soon, and I want to talk about where she came from and how she got to where she is today. Ahsoka was introduced in the Clone Wars movie in 2008 and has been a very beloved character since. We first meet Ahsoka when she was sent to help Obi-Wan and Anakin during a battle. She would then reveal that she was assigned to Anakin Skywalker to be his Padawan. Anakin was not a fan of this idea, but then he and Ahsoka grew close.
You're reckless, little one. You never would have made it as Obi-Wan's Padawan. But you might make it as mine.
As time went on, these two grew to care for each other and had a brother-sister relationship. Anakin was very protective of her and only wanted what was best for her. After her training with Anakin and the clones and having several battles, Ahsoka felt that she could finally defend herself without Anakin. She even found herself having to save Anakin several times.
What'd I miss?
Fighter crashed. I saved the day. You're welcome.
As much as the Jedi Council loved Ahsoka, she was accused of murder and kicked off the Jedi Order. Even though Anakin believed in her and trusted her, this shook her faith in the Jedi Order, and it made her question herself and her abilities. After being proven innocent, the Council allowed Ahsoka to come back into the Order, so she can be a Jedi once more. As tempting as this offer was, this whole situation made her really question the Order. Ahsoka decides to leave the Order and no longer wants to be a Jedi.
I know you believe in me, Anakin, and I'm grateful for that. But this isn't about you. I can't stay here any longer. Not now.
Ahsoka then leaves the Order and doesn't see Anakin for a very long time. This really took a toll on Anakin and it affected him a lot. Ahsoka decides to stay low until she decides to help the Martez sisters. Thinking Darth Maul is up to something, Ahsoka goes to the Republic asking for help, thus reuniting with Anakin.
Hello, Master. It's been a while.
Although reuniting was awkward at first, they got right back into their old friendship. Anakin and the clones all decided to make a tribute for Ahsoka before they parted ways. Not knowing when they will see each other again, Anakin wants to make the moment special and gives Ahsoka new lightsabers. Due to both of them having different missions, they now have to part ways.
Anakin. Good luck.
Ahsoka then goes on to help Mandalore and pursue Maul. Meanwhile, Anakin and Obi-Wan are on their mission to save the Chancellor. Ahsoka finds Maul and discovers that Maul is terrified of what Palpatine is planning with Anakin. Maul asks Ahsoka to join him so they can destroy Palpatine and rule the galaxy together. Ahsoka is curious as to what Maul wants with Anakin. He reveals Palpatine's plans with Anakin, and Ahsoka does not believe him. She refuses to believe him. Ahsoka then fights Maul, doing what she came here to do in the first place: capture Maul and get some answers. When Ahsoka finally catches Maul, Maul reveals his true fear about this situation.
Let me go. Let me die! You're all going to burn! We're all going to die! You don't know what you're doing!
Maul tries to warn everyone about Order 66, but no one believes him and no one listens. Later on that day, both Maul and Ahsoka sense Anakin turning to the dark side. This leaves Ahsoka in distress, and she goes to warn her best friend Rex about Anakin. But little does she know, Order 66 is being declared and Rex will turn on her.
Rex, it's Anakin. I feel like something terrible has happened.
Rex tries to fight the chip, but ultimately failed.
Rex?
No. I'll do it.
Rex, what's happening?
Stay back!
Still trying to fight the chip, Rex tells Ahsoka to go find the Clone 5s that revealed the truth about the chip a long time ago. No one believed 5s about the chip then because they all thought he was going crazy, so they decide to kill him. Ahsoka finds out about the inhibitor chip and decides to trap Rex to help him and tell him what's going on with him. She then finds the chip in his head and decides to surgically remove it.
Rex? Are you okay?
Yeah, kid. I'm okay.
Rex reveals that this chip is in every single clone and that they are all ordered to defeat the Jedi. Ahsoka and Rex make a plan to escape the ship, but Ahsoka does not want to hurt any of the clones along the way. Rex explains to Ahsoka that the clones don't care and that they are willing to die and take them along with them. All of this hurt Ahsoka and Rex so much. The clones meant so much to them. They were Rex's brothers and became Ahsoka's best friends along the years. After they escaped, Ahsoka and Rex decided to bury the clones in their honor. This is a pivotal moment in Ahsoka's story. Burying the clones was a lot to handle and showed Ahsoka that this is the start of a new era. Ahsoka decides to fake her death and disappear so the Empire doesn't find her. A little while later, Vader decides to visit the planet where all of this happened. He finds Ahsoka's saber and assumes that she died with all the clones. I still choose to believe that Vader went to this planet searching for Ahsoka to see if she was still alive, having hope that she was. Ahsoka then goes into exile and becomes a farmer to hide from the Empire and keep low. She then used the Force to save someone on the farm, revealing that she was a Jedi and a Force user. Someone on the farm turned her in hopes for money. This led to a fight with an Inquisitor. So, a little background on the Inquisitors. Inquisitors are people who work for Vader to hunt down the Jedi. You'll find that many Inquisitors are former Jedi who have changed their ways. So this particular Inquisitor was sent to hunt down Ahsoka and kill her. This forced Ahsoka to show her true self and show that she is a Jedi and a Force user. She did what she had to do to save the people in the town. The fight made Ahsoka realize that she wasn't done fighting and she wanted to help defeat the Empire. She decides to contact Bail Organa and says that she's ready to join the rebellion and enter back into the fight. So now we cut to a show called Star Wars Rebels. Star Wars Rebels is about a group of rebels who help in defeating the Empire. This group consists of Kanan Jarrus, who is a Jedi Knight, Hera Syndulla, who is their pilot, Zeb Orrelios, Ezra Bridger, who is the Padawan of Kanan Jarrus, Sabine Wren, who is a Mandalorian, and Chopper. They call themselves the Ghost Crew, after their ship, the Ghost. Ahsoka meets up with the Ghost Crew and decides to work with them in hopes of defeating the Empire. While on a mission, Ahsoka senses a dark but familiar person. This is where Ahsoka learns what Anakin had become after Order 66. And this is also where Vader learns that Ahsoka survived the Purge.
The apprentice lives.
Although Ahsoka trusted Ezra, she lied to him about who Vader was. Vader then decides to go to Palpatine and let him know that Ahsoka lives. After finding out that Vader was Anakin, Ahsoka struggled with this for a really long time. Ahsoka is then forced to face Vader. This was a really intense moment because they haven't seen each other since the Clone Wars.
Our long-awaited meeting has come at last.
I'm glad I gave you something to look forward to.
Vader then tells Ahsoka that they don't need to be enemies and that she can join him. Ahsoka refused and kept her ground. This led to a really insane battle between the two of them. Ahsoka catches Vader off guard and manages to cut his mask open. And this led to a very intense moment between them.
Ahsoka. Ahsoka.
Anakin.
Having hope that Anakin was still in there, she tells Vader that she won't leave him again. This is a direct callback from when Ahsoka left Anakin in the Jedi Order. This raises conflict in Anakin for a second, but ultimately he chooses the dark side.
Then you will die.
Ahsoka fights Vader and doesn't return back to the rebellion. This caused everyone to believe that Ahsoka was dead. Ahsoka doesn't return back to the show for a while. But in the meantime, the rebels have a new villain. His name is Myth Thrawn Naruto, better known as Grand Admiral Thrawn. Thrawn is a really smart villain and doesn't get tricked easily. Just because Thrawn is in the Empire doesn't mean he's a bad person. He believes what he's doing is right, and he wholeheartedly believes that the rebels are the enemies. Thrawn captures Hera and puts a truth serum in her, hoping to get the location of the rebel base. Kanan ends up saving her, and they have a sweet moment together. This sweet moment does not last long. The Empire blows up the tank that they're on, and Kanan is forced to save the Ghost Crew, which would mean sacrificing himself. Moving on from Thrawn, now we come across a really important place. This place is called the World Between Worlds. This place is located in a Jedi temple on Lothal. Lothal is Ezra's home planet, and he has a strong connection to this planet. This is where the Ghost Crew first met Ezra. Since then, they've had many battles there trying to protect the people of Lothal. This planet means a lot to the Ghost Crew. The World Between Worlds is a collection of pathways and doors between space and time. In here, the possibilities are endless. While walking through this place, Ezra finds Ahsoka's owl, Morai. Morai leads Ezra to this portal that has Ahsoka in it. This portal shows Ahsoka's fight with Vader. Before Vader was able to strike down Ahsoka, Ezra grabbed her and saved her. Ezra and Ahsoka also ran into the portal that had Kanan's death. Ezra wanted to save Kanan so bad, but Ahsoka did not let him. After that, we really don't know what happened to Ahsoka until the end of Season 4. But in the meantime, Thrawn plans an attack on Lothal. Although the rebels had their plan, Ezra had a secret plan to capture Thrawn. Sabine saw what Ezra was doing, but decided to keep it secret from the Ghost Crew for him. Ezra traps Thrawn in the Purgles, which are hyperspace whales. The Purgles then take Ezra and Thrawn somewhere. This is what the Ahsoka show will be about. At the end of Season 4, Ahsoka and Sabine get together to help find Ezra. Skipping to The Mandalorian, which is 5 years after the events of Return of the Jedi. Ahsoka fights the Magistrate, who is Thrawn's apprentice. She hopes to get some answers out of her.
Now tell me, where is your master? Where is Grand Admiral Thrawn?
And to this day, we don't know if the Magistrate told Ahsoka anything. So that was everything leading up to the Ahsoka show. I hope this explained everything for you, and you can understand more while watching the show. Ahsoka comes out tonight, yay! There is some extra stuff I didn't talk about because it didn't really fit in with the story I was talking about at the time. So here's a couple facts to know before watching the show. Before Kanan passed away, Hera and Kanan had a kid named Jacen Syndulla. And although Kanan is dead, he is still connected to the Lothwolves, which Ezra will see from time to time. Going back to the Clone Wars, Anakin had a nickname for Ahsoka. Because she had a snippy attitude, he decided to call her Snips. And Ahsoka's nickname for Anakin was Sky Guy. In the books, Thrawn knew Anakin before he became Vader. And while Thrawn was in training, he had a best friend named Eli Vanto. Going a little bit into Thrawn's past, he was exiled from his home planet. It's rumored that we're going to see Thrawn's planet while they're searching for Ezra and Thrawn. The Ghost Crew gained more members in Season 4. One of these members was a former Empire person. The whole time he was a spy in the Empire and was helping the rebels gain information. He is now fully a part of the Ghost Crew and got out of the Empire. This man's name is Agent Kallus. Alright, and there was your couple of facts to know before watching the show. Thank you for watching!